Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Don't ask me to talk.
And welcome to another exciting edition of Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Reiner.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I am the other one.
That's right.
Did you ever see the movie The Other Guys?
No.
Okay. That is a very, very funny movie. Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg. And it was on the other night. And it's one of those movies that my husband, Pete, when it comes on, he's like, well, now I got to watch it. And it is very, very funny. Very worth watching for just a silly watch. So I'm the other guy is what I'm trying to say.
Even though you're a lady.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing that, well, first, hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Glad you're listening. So appreciate whether you're listening on the radio or you're listening to the podcast. We really appreciate that you're taking time to hang with us.
That's right.
So I was chatting with my daughter.
We try
Grace.
and be a good hang, by the way.
We do try to be a good hang.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to do the random.
We monopolize the conversation.
100%.
But that's, you can't help do that with a podcast or a radio show.
We ask for people.
That's right.
To chime in.
Yes.
But people are like, you know what? You are
this
so
could
entertaining.
Be a two-way thing.
Yeah.
But so far, most people have chosen for it to be a one-way thing.
Yes.
Totally fine.
And honestly,
don't ask us to
talk.
Don't
ask me to talk. Yes. So, okay. Generationally, there's a few things that I noticed that have changed. And I was chatting with my daughter Grace about this.
You don't say.
Yes. Yes. Specifically, I'm just going to bring up a couple. Things like putting 2 spaces after a period when you write. Back in my day, when you were writing a paper or something, you would have 2 spaces before you started your next sentence. That was like that was a thing. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You maybe just didn't do it, but I was taught, and I asked my husband, I was like,
I've never heard of this, but
yes,
all right.
This is a thing. So you got to look it up. And I think that at some point they changed it. So the other
all
thing.
That paper that was wasted.
So much paper.
Yeah.
The other thing is that when you wrote a paper, it was acceptable to, when referring to the universal, you would say he, or, you know, sort of not get into like he, she, they. It was just sort of a universal understanding that, or like you would use man or men or whatever. And that has changed, which is good. That's great.
Yeah.
And then this all comes back to, hey guys, or me saying that I'm the other guy. Like, it's funny because I don't associate hey guys with really being gender specific.
Sure. No, in that respect, it's
right?
not. But guy in the singular is, gender specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's just a funny thing because it is, I guess, my equivalent of like, hey, y'all.
Right.
And our daughter, Grace, or our daughter, Annie.
It's like mankind includes everybody.
Right.
But man is just man.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Well, and Annie, as a teacher, she would say y'all so that it wasn't, young men and women or boys and girls or like whatever it was. And that just feels so Southern to me. And, so I'm still like, hey, guys. And younger people will be like, I'm not a guy. And I'm like, that's my y'all. So I don't know. It may have to die out with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate that people don't want to be, called a guy, but I'm like, I'm not calling you a guy. It's my
I used to solve a problem that didn't exist. I used to say, "Hey kids, what are you kids up to?" And
What are you, 90?
and that just created a new problem with surly people saying, "What kids? I'm not a kid." It's like you should be flattered that
Yes.
someone thinks of you as not in your grave.
Yes, this
As
is true.
Possibly a younger person. Yeah.
It shows also there's some regional stuff, because when we moved here from the East Coast, people didn't refer to kids as kiddos. Here, so many people will say, "Oh, are you picking up the kiddos, the kiddos, the kiddos?" And I was like, there's nothing wrong with it,
Right.
but it was so universal. And then the other thing was not calling me Mrs. Heller, but calling me Miss Stacy.
Okay.
And that was also something that was really interesting, that young kids were being, introduced to me by their parent as, "Oh, this is Miss Stacy." And I'm like, "Actually, I'm Mrs. Heller." Weirdly, I don't like the name Miss Stacy. I prefer Mrs. Heller. I don't know why. I think I don't like the word Missy.
I think the thing is that they're anticipating someone saying, Please, Mrs. Heller was my mother.
Yeah, and I get that.
And you can call me Stacy." So they're like trying to cut out that bit of extra stuff.
I guess I'm old-fashioned in
Yeah.
that little, I accept this.
And you're drinking an old fashioned right now.
Well, and my cigarette is burning down to the
Yes.
stub, and I'm like, "Hey, kids, get off my lawn." There is a bit that I guess when it comes to, and we've talked about manners a lot, I sort of subscribe to the, using a proper name until you're told otherwise, or,
Sure.
whatever it is. And that it's a level of respect, and, I'm Mrs. Heller. And then if I say, you can call me Stacy, it's, I would love to be called Stacy. Or I got used to the idea of,
Stace if you're nasty.
well, or Stacky, which somehow is a nickname that I have. But anyway, so on a tangent right now.
Yes.
Seems like just moments ago
But
we said hello.
That's what we do.
That is what we do.
Yes. It's a good illustration of what the rules are for the show, and that there's no rules, except we got to be done within an hour, essentially.
Which doesn't always work.
Exactly.
Is honestly,
rules were made to be broken.
Right. If you listen to this on the radio, by the way, very often we do run over. So if you want the full thing.
Bonus content.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The full Monty, if you will.
Well, okay. Did you ever see that movie?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. I could see you seeing that one.
Yep.
Since it's based in the UK.
Yeah. I think I was up in Alaska when that one came out.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. And they more niche movies like that, they didn't show at the regular theater. So they had there was a film club that would put on a Thursday night once a month at a school that you could go check out movies. And I think I saw Brastoff and The Full Monty.
Wow.
And maybe one or two others that I'm not remembering at this time because of that. So that was, kind of a fun little thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good.
Film nerds will find a way.
100%. Are you kidding? And that was in the days before streaming.
Yes.
You made it work.
Absolutely.
So what was your week like?
Oh, yeah, it was all right. It was a decent week, as far as I can remember. I had a new doctor's appointment because my regular doctor had given me a recommendation for a dermatologist.
I probably need to do that.
And so, I went to a dermatologist for the first time. I've had skin issues my whole life. I don't know why this is the first time ever sitting down with a dermatologist, but we didn't actually talk about my skin issues. This was about a toenail thing.
Oh.
So Yeah, but this dermatologist is one of the fastest talkers that I've ever met. So this was a super fast appointment.
So, like, when you say fast talker, do you mean like a shyster?
I mean,
or do you mean
no-
like East Coast?
Yeah, she was either like very caffeinated or from New York because
It's a thing.
she's just like, yeah, don't want to waste my time, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just like blam, blam, blam. And, you know, I like slow down the pace. Well, what about this? And what about that? Because I like, if you're talking to a doctor, I want there to be time for the synapses to fire, thoughts to be thought fully through before they're expressed. But that's just my preference.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of good to record.
And not just them,
convo.
but mine too.
Yeah. Well, because after the fact, you're like, that's how I feel a little bit about the whole ankle debacle when I had the fluid taken out and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, now that I'm dealing with the financial fallout and having to be like, what was that for? I'm like, I wish that to your point, I wish that my synapses were clicking on every whatever, because I would have had the forethought to say, well, if you think it's gout, then why are you doing this other thing? Can't you just do a blood test? But it was so like, I'm just going to do this. It feels sometimes like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went for a toenail thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get too into for the foot fetish people. You're going to have to pay for that on Foot Finder.
That's Foot Finder. Is that really what it's called?
I think it's called Foot Finder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm thinking about.
It's not Only Feet?
I don't think it is. I think it's Foot Finder. And like, I feel like I could do this now that my ankles aren't swollen anymore.
I definitely can't do it. I mean, until the pills do their magic.
Yeah, I have now my ankles back and fighting and it's fighting weight, and I have like a really big toe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But this lady was so far ahead of me that she prescribed medication that I can't even take yet until I get a blood test. So they've got the medication. I keep getting texts, but I'm like, I got to get my blood test first before I can start taking this. But yeah.
Wow.
But they've got it for me already.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and why do I want to pay for it if the tests come back?
Exactly.
Like, do you need to?
So if I get it and then it's determined that I've got some liver thing, then I'm just sitting on this medication. So I'm not picking it up.
No.
I'm letting the pharmacy just hang on to it for now.
This is like the Gertie X-ray versus ultrasound.
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, luckily she seems to be bouncing back, and we do have the appointment for her ultrasound, so we will see. Hopefully in a week or so, a couple weeks. If what's going on with her, but she, it's amazing because with the levels of that were reported from her blood test, she really should be just like, on the ground, just like in a coma. I mean, but she's not. She's, she's bouncing around. She's barking at us. Give me more treats. She's like, well, I took her to the trails. We had a nice long walk over the weekend, and
good girl.
yeah, she did great. Yeah, so I don't know. It's wild.
She's like, I'm not going anywhere.
I hope not.
Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, anything else exciting?
So all my projects are still not done.
Oh my gosh.
The deck, we had, they finished with it, but then you have to have your, an inspection from the city, because for the permit.
Sure.
And apparently it failed, even though it looks great. But I haven't heard back since. So,
why did it fail?
I don't know. They used a different kind of clip than was approved, I guess, to hold in part of the door that they installed. So
wow,
I don't know when they're going to finish that, but that's kind of on hold at the moment. And then the solar panels, and I'm waiting on the inspection on that so they can turn it on. So that's still not done.
That was supposed to go on like last weekend.
Yes.
Wow.
It was like a month ago. It was supposed to go on. But anyway, so we're still waiting on that. Trying to use as little electricity as possible now until I get the,
Yeah.
start generating it myself.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so, but I mean, I can't complain, I'm relatively healthy, still kicking.
Slightly insane, but
yes.
kicking.
Oh, I got a free turkey.
What?
Yes.
How'd you get a free turkey? By the way, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, if you're
Yes.
listening.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I a store that I always go to, they had like a deal where if you buy like $125 worth of stuff at one, and even though groceries are expensive, for our Thanksgiving meal, there's only 3 of us, so I wasn't buying $125 worth of stuff. In fact, for this particular store, I only spent like $15. But somebody ahead of me had bought $125 worth of stuff. And so the store was like to the person behind that person, hey, would you like a free turkey? And that lady was ahead of me. And she said, oh, no, thanks. And so when I came up, they're like, hey, would you like a free turkey? I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
I don't look a gift turkey in the mouth. So I went and got the free turkey, and sure enough, it was free. I was like, I needed this because I just found out that I have to make a big repair on something that's going to cost me a lot of money. So
There you go.
it was like, oh, well, bad news, good news. I mean, $20 in the scheme of the fact that I'm going to have to spend like $5,000. Still,
But somehow,
every little bit counts.
Like a free turkey is just like, it's just one of those things that you're like, yes.
Yeah, I was stoked.
Yeah. How could you not be? And who could forget that famous WKRP in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Well, they dropped frozen
Where they
turkeys.
No, they
from
dropped
the sky.
Wasn't it live turkeys?
No, it was frozen turkeys, and they like dented cars and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought okay. If you don't,
Or maybe not. Maybe it was.
I thought it
maybe
was live turkeys because like people were like horrified and they
because they
were
can't
like,
fly.
because they can't fly. Because
That's
I remember what's his name coming out, the manager or the whatever, and he was like, I thought that turkeys knew how to fly. If you don't know that show, then you're not of a certain generation. And
Right.
check out the WKRP in Cincinnati turkey giveaway or whatever. Put in the keywords.
Oh my God, they're turkeys! Oh, Johnny, can you get this? Oh, they're crashing to the earth right in front of our eyes! One just went through the windshield of a parked car!
Okay, see now.
Uh-huh.
They don't actually describe, I don't think, in there whether they're live or not, but we know that turkeys aren't flying in this scenario.
Well, and then what happens is at the end, the guy back in the office, he's like, as God is my witness or something, like, I thought turkeys could fly.
Right.
And so it's confirmed,
Okay.
like, what happens.
Yeah.
But Les Nessman shouting, oh, the humanity!
Yes. Good stuff.
Uh-huh, it is good stuff. Anyway, classic TV, am I right? Okay, so free turkey, that's good.
Yeah. So anything exciting or fun for you this week?
Let's see. So in an attempt to get started on this whole emptying the house, because I think I've shared that we're going to be putting the house on the market in the spring. And so I was like, let me start in the office. That seems sort of non-confrontational. And started going through things and was like, wow, I think that's a first edition John Steinbeck of Mice and Men. So the number of rabbit holes that I went through only to discover that really nothing is worth any money. And like, it really is not about how much it's worth. It's about, do I want it or don't I? But man, did I spend a lot of time to come to that conclusion. So, by the way, it's really not about what it's worth. It's about whether or not you want it. So there's my PSA for the day. I also went to see the 10th anniversary show of The Residency, which is a program. I think it's the residency.org. It's a program that Macklemore and a couple of his cohorts put together for kids in the Seattle area interested in hip hop and the industry, music industry at large.
Now, when you mentioned this before the show, I was really hoping that it was going to be you went and saw The Residents because I think they're supposed to be in Seattle sometime fairly soon. So,
nope. This is The Residency.
Okay.
And they talked about.
Yeah, in fact, The Residents by the way, are coming in January. So,
Hey everybody.
If you like avant-garde music and performance art involved, then The Residents are the one to go to.
There you go. Where are they playing?
At the Neptune.
Okay. Well, this was at the Showbox, and if you like either supporting young people or you like supporting hip hop and young people getting into the industry, then consider supporting The Residency. It was a great show. I went last year as well. And basically it's current students, alum, the teaching staff, all showing off their skills, and super, super talented. And then the show ended with a small set from Sir Mix-a-Lot, which I got to tell you, I forget that like 80s rap, like he had the two guys that would like, he'd sing and then they do like the line that they're like saying another time, like suck a MC. And they're like, suck a MC. I'm like, okay, this is kind of hysterical. And I'll tell you what, Mix was doing his thing and he held it together and was awesome. And then Macklemore, he came out and did a mini set. At the beginning of the show, though, the person that I went with, she had VIP tickets. And so there was a meet and greet with Macklemore. And I was like, oh, I'm going to say all these things. Like, man, you're my get to be on a show. Like, I would just love to talk with you about this, that, the other thing. And the friend that I went with walked up and basically talked his ear off. He never even looked in my direction. Time for the picture, looked forward, and then she started talking to him again. And I was like, wah, wah. So my big moment was over before it began. But, and then I went to a movie.
Sweet. What did you see?
Now you see me. Now you don't.
This is like the magician heist movie?
Yes.
Okay.
But they do it for good. They take down evil forces with very elaborate illusions.
Okay.
Yes. It's funny because I read a review about how like, this is a movie for like people who think they're smart and this whole thing. And I was like,
sold.
Well, kind of, but
it
made me feel like, am I a loser? Because honestly, it was very enjoyable. I didn't figure it out. And it was a good like popcorn movie.
All right.
So, I mean, is it ridiculous? 100%. But did it keep my attention? 100%.
Okay.
And was every other theater filled with Wicked for Good? 100%. So I had prime seats. So anyway, and my kids are all gradually returning to the nest. So Thanksgiving will be spent with the whole fam dam. So that's exciting.
Excellent.
Yeah, with a turkey that was not free.
Well, we can't all win free turkeys.
No. And supposedly my son Will is doing the turkey trot in Issaquah this year. And I'm like, that sounds awesome for you. And so Grace made signs like, where there's a will, there's a way. I don't know. Whatever. It's very cute.
I'm going to pretend that I know what that is, just like you pretended to know what the residents were.
100%. The residents. The residents. 100%. Yep. Love them. Yep. Anyway,
you may actually have seen like pictures of the residents because I feel like their image is more famous than their name and their music.
Okay.
But they're the guys that wear the tuxedos with giant eyeballs for their heads.
Oh, Okay.
You've
Yep.
seen that, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's The Residence. Yeah.
That sounds cute. It's like Dead Mouse and like all of these.
They invented this, though.
Oh.
Yeah. All these DJs that came in their wake.
Oh.
The Residents
They
were
walked.
they were
so that-
groundbreakers.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to look this up and maybe you'll see me at the Neptune.
Entirely possible, but probably not.
Okay. Do you want to take a break?
Yeah, we could do that because we've got some cultural blind spots to talk about and maybe even some niche recommendations.
Yeah, it's the holiday season. I feel like we need to talk about some specifically holiday niche stuff.
All right. Let's find out what that is after this break. Everybody stay tuned for more. Don't Ask Me to Talk.
Do you feel challenged by the thought of getting ready every day? Want to make a great first impression, but don't feel your wardrobe represents who you really are? Does the thought of trying to find great clothing that fits your body and lifestyle have you overwhelmed? Michael Bruce Image Consulting is a premier image consulting company that can help you get your style back on track. Contact them at michaelbruceimageconsulting.com or call them at 425-214-4155 and start that conversation today.
Don't ask me to talk.
My name is Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I'm here to support my homegirl, Stacey Heller.
Remember that?
Who could forget
That's right.
the story of me stealing his wallet from a Starbucks?
Yes. Which I've never received clarification of whether that actually happened or did not happen.
It did not happen.
Okay.
Yes.
He was just having some fun.
He was having some fun. Remember cameos? I think they're still out there, and
Yes.
you can, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a cameo, and I'm gonna have Sir Mix-a-Lot, and I actually sort of kind of a little bit met him in passing. He did an event for the Boys and Girls Club of King County, and I was there working.
I once bussed his table when I worked at Red Lobster.
Hey, there you go. See? 6 degrees of Sir Mix-a-Lot, right?
There you go, yes.
And so I sent him, you have 15 or 20 seconds to send a request, basically. And I was like, hey, man, we kind of met at this thing. This is who I worked with. I'm doing a podcast called Don't Ask Me to Talk on 1150 KKNW. I would love if you did a
promo.
Promo.
Yep.
He sent me an almost 3-minute long thing and told this crazy story about how he was having coffee with me and I stole his wallet and this whole thing. And I was like, wow, that was worth every penny.
It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. He's a good guy. A lot of bang for your buck with that Sir Mix-a-Lot.
That's right.
So, okay, cultural blind spots. I must confess, I did not check anything off the box this week. So before we get into the other stuff, did you check off any boxes?
I did, yeah. I feel like I'm continuing to check off one long item on my particular list of cultural blind spots here. In that, I saw another James Bond movie.
Oh, with a new James Bond?
Well, new to me, because I've so far only seen Sean Connery and George Lazenby in his one-off role.
Right.
But in this one, this was the first of the Roger Moore.
Oh.
Yeah, James Bond. And it was Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die.
Yes.
Boom.
To me,
Boom, boom, boom.
I think that's probably the best James Bond movie theme
I
that we
agree.
have. Yeah, Paul McCartney and Wings doing Live and Let Die. And I've heard the song for years and years and years, but I've never seen it in the context of the movie before. So that was pretty cool. And this movie is bonkers bananas. As
So there's a theme.
a lot of these, yeah, as a lot of these James Bond movies are. But this one in particular is pretty wild because 1973 is when it was released. Same with me.
Wow. I love that. I don't think I've ever thought about giving birth as being released. Yes, you were released. I love that.
Yes. And around this time, in the early 70s, blaxploitation was all the rage in the movie theaters. And so James Bond's production people took a look at that and said, I'll have a bit of that. And so this has all kinds of interesting blaxploitation kind of overtones with it, where they're trying to take down a heroin syndicate that is like based on a Caribbean island, but also has offices in Harlem and in New Orleans, but they're all run by the same crew. Which is weird because if you're going to franchise, I feel like you should be able to delegate.
Right.
But instead, like right down to the driver,
It's the
in
same.
each city, it's all the same people, and they all love voodoo.
Like you do.
Like you do. So this has heavy voodoo overtones, which is kind of fun to see, and a lot of the graphics and effects and stuff are pretty cool. And especially when they like the intro titles where they've got like a laughing skull during one part with the da-na-na, da-na-na, ba-na, going. It's like this. I was on board with this movie for, the opening titles for sure. I was like, okay, this is pretty good.
Right.
Not a bad start to Roger Moore's taking over the franchise here. And so, yeah, it definitely had that going for it. But this thing gets so convoluted really, really fast. And trying to follow this plot, it becomes pretty tough pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of this that that I don't know if it is as culturally sensitive.
You don't think? What? I'm shocked.
As we would want it to be in 2025,
Who's the femme fatale?
So Jane Seymour, Dr. Quinn, medicine woman herself, is the femme fatale. And
Seymour Jane.
yeah, and she she plays like a I don't understand why she's working for a Caribbean heroin syndicate, but as a white British lady, because she's the only white person in this organization.
She was on vacay and like...
Yeah, but her whole role is as a tarot reader and a psychic. So, which, of course, James Bond exploits so that he can sleep with her later in the
Naturally.
movie. Yes.
Come on.
You read the cards. We're meant to be lovers. And she's like, I guess so.
Nice.
So, yeah. But the thing that I was most excited about is the guy that did the commercials for 7-Up. Remember those commercials? 7-Up. With no caffeine. Never had it. Never will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what that was as a kid. I just loved it. That guy's laugh is great, and his voice is great. Well, he's kind of reprising his role in this movie where he's like a cuckoo banana voodoo guy that laughs at everything.
Okay.
And he has that great laugh.
Yeah, what was that guy's name?
Jeffrey Holder. And yeah, he's great in this movie. He's got some crazy stuff going on. He's got a top hat. He's got like a white mask, and he's at one point pops out of a grave. So this is very culturally sensitive.
It is so not at all reinforcing
Anything, yeah.
Anything.
But it's great. There's a guy all the
You're so tickled by this.
well, it's because the henchmen have goofball names too.
Oh.
One guy's name is Whisper. He's this big rotund guy, and he talks like this. Shall I pour the champagne, sir? What? Shall I pour the champagne? And he's like, and then there's a guy named Teehee who has a metal arm. We find out later that a crocodile bit off his arm.
Because it's New Orleans.
Yes. Which, why they have... Okay, so there's a famous scene in this where they take James Bond to kill him. And instead of just shooting him, like, you would do if you really wanted to get rid of
we're
somebody.
Going to throw him in the bayou.
They put him on an island surrounded by crocodiles, which for some reason they've imported crocodiles to New Orleans, even though there's plenty of gators all around. Yeah. But they also
genuine imported croc.
Yes. So they've got crocodiles and gators kind of living side by side.
Oh, what kind of world is it?
In this swamp. And they put them on a little island surrounded by hungry crocodiles. And James Bond runs over the crocodiles to get back to the shore.
Don't you hear the Looney Tunes like their heads being like...
I saw a documentary on the James Bond stuff before watching this movie, so it was nice to see the actual, visuals of this. But apparently the guy where they shot this that owned this crocodile farm or whatever agreed to do the stunt for them. So when they show him run across the crocodiles, they only show his pants running across.
There you go.
You definitely don't see Roger Moore in full profile running across crocodiles.
Shocked.
But apparently it took him 3 times to get across, running across these crocodiles. And one time he fell in twice.
Wow.
And one time, a croc actually bit his pants.
Oh, my gosh.
So apparently there's some footage you can watch. So, yeah.
Wardrobe, we need new pants.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is a really... this was fun. I can't say it wasn't fun. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in this movie, and but some of it is just way too long. There's a big boat chase down in New Orleans. They've got the levees and all the water down there, so they're racing speedboats around. There's a fat Southern sheriff who's just again cuckoo bananas, and he's just way over the top.
You're not from around here, Mr. Bond.
You picked the wrong parish to go speeding through, boy. Put your 10 fingers on that car.
Yeah.
I hereby commandeer this vehicle. Yeah, he's literally like that. And it's they're if you think we're being racist to these Caribbean folks, here's what real racism looks like.
Right.
Fat Southern sheriff. Just so you can...
Yeah.
Just so you get the real idea of what real
Universal.
racism looks like. Don't worry.
Yep.
So there's that. You got a speedboat race that at one point interrupts a wedding, and they go flying through this wedding that's on the shores, and everybody's just kind of nonplussed by the speedboats until one of them knocks over the wedding cake, and then the bride goes, "Wah!"
Not the cake.
Not the cake. Not the cake. So this has a lot of really kind of wild and fun stuff. But this boat thing, I swear it goes on for a half hour. It's way too long. And then there's another scene where they're chasing Bond in a plane. He's come across a flight school, and he hops in a plane to escape. And this is like a propeller plane, not like a jet.
Naturally.
And there's an old lady getting a lesson, and she's like, "Oh no!" And, just like, and he's like, and he's driving around this like little airport, like while they're chasing him in like 70s cars, and he's racing through, and they end up just destroying every single plane in this airport. But he somehow manages to escape.
Naturally.
But this thing that goes on for like 20 minutes, it seems like. And
Wow.
It's like, okay, this is fun, but can we tighten this up just a little bit?
Right.
But yeah, it's got a lot of fun stuff in it, to be honest. And so I don't know why, but like looking at like clips and stuff of the various James Bonds over the years, I always thought like Roger Moore was kind of a dud, kind of a milquetoast kind of actor. Like I just didn't like see the appeal.
Right.
But just based on this one, I think, yeah, he's pretty good. This is kind of fun. So we'll see what future movies. I had a good time with this. I really did.
You talking about the ridiculousness of it makes me want to watch it. I feel like I need to go watch it now.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
And the song.
Oh yeah, great song. And there's a part in it where they're at a jazz club in New Orleans, and a female performer is singing the song, and she does a great job of it too. So yeah, I don't know if the soundtrack has her on it as well doing it, but yeah, it works when somebody else sings the song too. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the great thing about that theme is that I think I talked about this like on Her Majesty's Secret Service when I watched that, where the great theme of We Have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong plays throughout the movie, but it's this sleepy ballad. And so with a big action movie to have that kind of sleepy ballad kind of interwoven through the movie kind of didn't really work. But when you got a song that's like, ba-na-na, ba-na-na, ba-na, it's like, oh, this is perfect for all these like scenes, where people are, crashing planes and racing speedboats and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. All right.
So a lot of fun. Worth checking out. If you're fresh to the Bond movies like me, or if you just want to revisit because you forgot how goofball bananas this particular movie is, it's on Prime now.
It's like going back in time to like a time suspended, like going back and watching some of these movies, and to your point, like what was current at the time in movies, or what was being talked about, or who was the bad guy. Like, is it during the like Cold War with Russia? Is it during, like who's the bad guy that the world is fighting against at any given time?
Right.
And it sort of tells you where you are on the timeline.
Yeah.
So interesting. Okay. Well, good for you for knocking something off as I said, I didn't do any of that. Instead, at my house, it is Hallmark holiday movie time.
Already?
Well, I mean, they've been out for a couple weeks already.
When this drops, of course, this is the day after Thanksgiving, so that's a good time to start. But we're recording this well before Thanksgiving, so the fact that you're already doing the Christmas stuff seems...
Well, first of all, it's like I think they were out before Halloween.
But that doesn't mean you should watch them.
Okay, well, you know what? Don't movie shame me. What is funny...
Not trying to yuck your yum. I'm just saying, just because something comes out doesn't mean you have to watch it.
But I did. Okay, I watched
Fair?
a couple of them. And the thing is, the trope is so alive and well that it's not even just... Like, I think there's the Great American Television Channel, which is the more like ultra conservative one. There's the Hallmark Channel, and then there's just like Netflix and other streaming services that have created their own holiday rom-com type stuff. And so there is so much to choose from, and it's just the so many parodies out there from YouTubers and other people talking about the trope of like, big city girl comes back to the hometown to clean out grandma's house and must save like the house from being torn down for a new store to be built, and sees the guy who turns out to be like a descendant of Santa, or like there's a war of words and she realizes like it's just the same thing over and over again. And the thing is, sorry folks, but in the same way that hot cocoa is soothing and comforting and goes down easy and it makes you feel all warm inside, that's what these holiday movies are like.
What I don't understand is why they keep making them. Because there's like 800,000 of these Christmas formula movies now.
Yeah.
That seems like they could just repeat those 800,000 infinitely and would never have to make a new one again.
No.
But every year they crank out like 40 more of these.
Yeah, as they should.
Why?
Because one of my favorite, I love a few notable ones. The Holiday. So cute. Such a cute movie. Like, hey, be my date for every holiday. There's, of course, there's the Vanessa Hudgens movies. Like, she left High School Musical and started doing all of these, like, The Night Before Christmas with a K. That's right. He's a knight.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yes. There's The Princess
Wait,
Switch.
so is it set in the Middle Ages?
Well, no, he's from the Middle Ages.
Oh,
but
so
he's
he time travels?
transported. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And naturally chooses to stay
You
with her.
almost had something interesting.
Well,
and then they're like, we can't afford it.
there is a couple moments when he goes back to say to his brother, like, yo, dude, I'm out. I found a woman. And then there's one, I can't remember what it's called. It's super, super cute about like this crazy family and this guy that realizes he's in love with his best friend. There's just so many. Lindsay Lohan is like, now she's there. Lacey Chabray, whatever, from Party of Five. She was the youngest sister. She's all over these things.
I feel like this is like a Hollywood welfare system.
It is like a redux. Like everyone that was attractive at one point, like get thrown into the
If you're still
holiday movie
marginally
trope.
attractive,
Yep.
you can be thrown into
Absolutely.
Christmas movie hell.
Haley Duff,
And you're
Hillary's
guaranteed to
sister,
earn
she's all over
enough
these.
for a year.
Yeah.
So you could continue to live pay your bills.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm here for it. So, hey, listener, what's your favorite? Because I know that it's your guilty pleasure. And you know what? I am here to tell you, you do not need to feel guilty about this. So I would love to hear from you.
I'm here to tell you, you do.
No, don't listen to him. Just la, 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 la. Text or call me. These come directly to me. 475-999-2726. What's your fave? What am I missing? What's an oldie but a goodie? What is worth watching on repeat every year? I would love to hear. I'm telling you, it is hot cocoa. Forget chicken soup for the soul. It is chicken soup for the heart. Just
All
saying.
right.
Anyway, whatever. You can go watch your Die Hard and your all those other holiday movies.
You
But
know,
this
I saw Die Hard for the first time either last year or the year before. It's not one that I hold up as a classic. I enjoyed it, though. It was fun.
Do you consider it a Christmas movie?
I mean, I guess it's set at Christmas.
That's all it takes these days.
Yeah, so sure.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you saw it finally because people talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it all depends on if your definition of a Christmas movie means that some holiday magic has to happen.
He survived.
Yeah.
Barefoot and battered.
Santa was not involved in this in any respect.
Well, no, that's true.
So-
That's true.
But yeah, that's a fun watch.
It's a fun watch.
And the fact that it's set at Christmas makes it, I guess, a good one to watch at Christmas time. But, I think one of the all-time best Christmas movies, as long as we're talking about Christmas movies, is A Christmas Story.
Ugh. So good.
That's an absolute classic, and you can watch it over and over and over again. I'd rather see that, 1,000 times rather than watch one of these Hallmark or Lifetime
Well,
Christmas
I think
movies.
there's a channel on cable where you can watch it for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, and that I don't think I'm going to do that, but it is one. I feel like these all-time classic movies, and we'll get into this. I think in December here. Because we got to talk about it.
How can we not? But
Exactly, yeah. But that's one that's got to be in the top 10. And one of the reasons why it's so great is all the actors in it are really good, including Darren McGavin, who plays the dad in A Christmas Story. And a lot of people, when they saw it, knew Darren McGavin from being Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
Oh,
yes, which was a short-lived series where he plays a reporter that investigates paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
And I started watching this series recently, but before I did, I checked out the 2 TV movies that came before the series. One was The Night Stalker, which is where they get that subtitle of the series.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 71, I believe, and that was set in Las Vegas. It is a lot of fun. It's campy, but it's got that great kind of 70s Vegas vibe to it. He's investigating a vampire, and he's wearing a seersucker suit and like a and a straw hat, and he's
his own type of Columbo.
Yes, exactly. It's a very Columbo kind of vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy gets on everybody's nerves because he's asking the questions that they don't want answered. Like, of course, there's no vampires, Kolchak. They're just, everybody is on their last straw with him throughout this whole movie, throughout both movies. But I just wanted to bring this up because this is super niche. I would not say this is a cultural blind spot for anybody, but I was happy to discover that The Night Strangler, which came out in 1973, which was the follow-up to The Night Stalker, was set in Seattle and largely filmed in Seattle. And it makes sense because Darren McGavin was actually from Tacoma. So he's got the Northwest ties. And so he must have been in on some of the writing, just making sure that a lot of this stuff was accurate. Yeah. Because there's the scene where he's riding the monorail. And the killer in The Night Strangler, he resides in the underground, like the underground tour in Pioneer Square.
Okay.
A lot of the action takes place in Pioneer Square. They take him off the story at one point because his exasperated editor is getting pressure from the police and stuff, and he knocks him down to covering the Daffodil Parade in Puyallup. And they actually say Puyallup correctly.
Wow.
So
okay. You know that there was help.
Some Northwesterners were actually involved with this movie. So it was worth checking out. And it's a lot of fun seeing Seattle in the 70s. All these locations and stuff and all the local references. And at the end of each of these movies, he is basically chased out of town.
Shocking.
Yes. And
by the people or the paranormal?
No, by the cops, and he gets fired from his newspaper job in both of these movies, and the editor also gets fired. So at the end of the Night Strangler, him, a waitress that he is using for information throughout the movie, and his editor are all in I think it's a Mustang, and they're all driving to New York to start new lives. But then when they bring back the series, like 2 years later, it's set in Chicago. That lady is gone, and it's just him and his angry editor. and then each week he goes and solves a new story. And the last one I watched actually was a zombie brought back to life by his Haitian mother. So there was really something in the air.
There we go.
In the early 70s with a fascination with voodoo.
Voodoo.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. It's campy. Darren McGavin is great in it. It's bonkers, but yeah, it's a fun little piece of entertainment to check out if you're looking for something new to.
That's fun.
Yeah, time travel with.
Okay. All right. Now, I have to say, circling back to A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
At work, they were trying to come up with some cocktails to serve to, some signature cocktails that they can do in the late night happy hour menu. And I came up with an idea, but apparently it's too holiday specific, I thought that's what they wanted. But anyway, I came up with the Red Rider.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Right. A cranberry margarita, because they wanted a tequila-based drink.
Uh-huh.
And you could garnish it with cranberries, so they're like the little BBs.
Cute.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got turned down.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. I'm only a little bitter.
Are you feeling fragile?
I am feeling very fragile.
It must be French.
Exactly. Thank you for seeing me.
Speaking of the leg lamp, I have some neighbors that have a leg lamp with 2 legs.
What?
Now,
is that 2 lamps or is that 2 legs?
2 legs.
That's wrong.
It's a pair of legs that are like running, and it's got the lampshade and stuff, and they put it up at Christmas time. And it's like, I get the reference for the, A Christmas Story, because it's a leg lamp in the movie.
Right.
It's tangentially Christmas at best, being the fact that it's in a Christmas movie, but it has nothing to do with Christmas, even in the movie.
No.
But this has become
its own
a
whole
holiday
thing.
decoration, yes, that people have embraced, like the Christmas tree. I see them, but I've never seen the 2-leg before, and I don't know if this is a reference to something or people just saw the leg lamps and said, hey, we can make it better.
It feels wrong. It doesn't
doing
feel
2 legs.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of like the merch, so in vacation or Christmas vacation, there's the moose glasses that they drink the eggnog out of.
Oh, yeah.
That's become a thing, too, where you can get the glass moose cups to drink your eggnog.
Right.
Like the amount of random,
Wally
obscure
Moose.
things that have come out as a result of like these movies, it's crazy.
If you look up the leg lamps, it's Red Rider leg lamps. that makes them.
That's funny. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know where they got the 2-leg thing. So, but yeah, keep an eye out. Got a new trend going.
All right. It feels wrong. It feels like 2 legs doesn't make sense. But I guess you do have to wonder, like, why only 1 leg?
Right?
So, because you only have 1 leg to stand on.
Sure.
And on that note,
we got to take a break, and we'll come back and talk about our top topic for the week, which was if we could only pick one song to hear again and again as we listen to music, what would it be? Stay tuned. Find out.
This was hard. Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can follow us, subscribe, like, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Ryder.
Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I am the other one. So I feel like this topic is going to just reinforce.
And let's just reiterate for anybody joining us on the radio. I mean, if you're joining us on the podcast, hopefully you didn't just skip to this. But if you did, we want to let you know that our topic, once again, as picked by the Wheel of Topics, was a song. If we could only hear one song for the rest of our lives, it doesn't have to be on constantly, but when we go to hear music, this is the song that we're going to hear. You're the person, of course, that puts the topics on the Wheel of Topics. I spin the wheel, and the wheel picks the topic.
Mm-hmm. Group effort.
Yeah. And I always like to find out what the inspiration was for putting that on the wheel. The particular topic. Did you have one for this, or was it just like the desert island thing where it's like this is like one of the all-time, icebreakers kind of?
It's kind of a combo
starter.
of both. So it's a little bit of the, the desert island thing, like you can only eat one food or, whatever it is. So there's a little bit of that. But then I also have a playlist that I listen to at night. The name of it is Bedtime Tea. And it's like I'm having a hard time falling asleep. And so it's a group of songs that I've curated.
You didn't go with Sleepy Time Tea?
Maybe I did do Sleepy Time Tea. I don't think I did, actually. And, it's branded. I didn't want to break any rules.
Sure, yeah. They're going to come down on you for your playlist
100%.
title.
I was like, we don't want
Celestial
that to happen.
Seasoning
Exactly.
send you a cease and desist.
Right, exactly. I mean, that would be terrible. And so there's a playlist that I have that has certain songs on it that I play almost every night. And so now when I hear certain songs, it's like a Pavlovian response. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And so it made me think about like songs on repeat, like what song could you listen to that wouldn't ruin it? And so between the playlist thing and the desert island thing, it's a mashup of those two things.
Right.
And I feel like this is just going to further underscore that you're going to pick some random, obscure
Not
thing.
random or obscure to me, though.
Right. And I'm going to pick the most straight and narrow, down the line, classic middle-aged white lady.
You're going to pick the Lifetime Christmas movies of music.
Basically. Basically, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Oh, my God. Billy Joel?
Yep.
Really? Is this scenes from a Italian restaurant?
Yes. Now, here's why I chose it.
Okay.
I love Billy Joel.
To each their own.
Mm-hmm. No yucking on my yum. 2, it's like a 7.5-minute song. 3, there's different parts of the song. So it feels like you're getting more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Like there's the whole restaurant thing and the telling the story, and then it's like going back in time about Brenda and Eddie, and then it like circles back. So it feels like I'm getting a story, a song, and I'm getting different vibes throughout the song. So that's why I went with that. I was like, you know what? And also, there are so many freaking songs to pick. Like, this is like trying to find, I feel like, the perfect wedding dress. Like, the reality is, like, you can see millions of wedding dresses, and all you're going to think is, but there's so many more. Like, I can listen to millions of songs and still be like, but there might be another one. So, long story short, like, it's going to ruin the song in the end.
Oh, yeah. You will hate it by like the 50th time that you hear it.
Right. But for now, that's what I went with.
All right.
So go ahead. Say something.
No, I like your reasoning behind that choice. It's not what I would have picked. But I do like the idea that it's a longer song. So therefore, you've got more to get sick of over time, right? And I like, and the fact that there's lots of changes in the songs to keep it kind of interesting, and you maybe hear something for a long time, something that you hadn't heard before. So I do like that reasoning. And when I was thinking about this, I remembered that when I first got this album by the Wild Swans called Space Flower, a lot of the songs on it I didn't really care for because I guess it was so different than their other stuff. So I was just like, I don't know if I like this album, but the song, but there is some great stuff on this record. But the final song on it was a song called Sea of Tranquility, and it's 10 minutes, 46 seconds long. And
you see my 7 minutes and
yes.
30 something and raise me by 3.
Right. And I feel like there's songs in my collection that are longer, that are like 20 minutes long. But for whatever reason, I don't want to hear those songs more than once a year or whatever. But this particular song really has a groove to it, and the 11 minutes go by really quickly, and it's repetitive. It's got this great repetitive bass line, but it never feels like, can't wait for this to be over. Why is this so long? It just feels like you get in this like hypnotic groove with it.
Okay.
That I used to put it on repeat trying to go to sleep, speaking of the sleep playlist. And it would really, it's because it's kind of relaxing, but it also has like a great groove to it. And I would listen to it for maybe 30, 40 minutes, which would have been 4 times through,
Sure.
And yeah, I just still love it to this day. I think it's a great song. I'll play a little bit of it. And especially when you bring up the bass on that doon, 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 it's almost like a heartbeat,
Yeah.
And I could listen to this like again 4 or 5 times through, and an hour has passed, and it's still like, I love it. It's a great song. And this was a tough one for me because as you know, I love music. And there's a lot of great songs, and I don't even know what my favorite song of all time would be. I know what maybe my favorite album is.
Yep.
But to try and pin it down to one song that's my favorite song, and I don't know that I'd even want to just hear my favorite song because I feel like I would get sick of it.
Right.
So, like, I used your logic, parallel thinking here, with the, like, okay, something longer, something, that has some changes in it and stuff, I think would have a little bit more longevity. Because if you're, I mean, we may have 40 years left, we may have 50 years left, who knows? But if we're hearing only one song, it's got to be.
I can still hear it.
Yeah,
is it still playing?
It's still playing. Yeah, it's going to go on for another
10 minutes,
8 minutes or so. But yeah, it's a great song. I'd recommend checking it out. It's the Wild Swans, Sea of Tranquility.
It has the sort of hypnotic vibes of that. Was it Chris Isaac that did? All I can think of is the song with Helena Christensen in the video.
Wicked Game?
Yeah.
I don't really hear that, but that is a great song.
It is a really good song.
Yeah.
And I think of like when you talk about like a bass line that's sort of hypnotic, I think of like Bolero and like just that pulse vibe and like repeating and that kind of thing.
Right.
Okay, I like that. That's good.
Yeah, and another thing that I think plays into the longevity is that the vocals are not overly emotional. They're delivered very dryly. Because I feel like, if you like a singer's voice, you can really connect often to their expression and to their, really selling a line.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also another thing that you could get easily sick of. So
Totally.
So to have a song where it's like, it's great singing, but it's not like, I want to say now, hi, on there,
Groove is in the heart.
Yeah, there's no, none of this,
Right.
oh, well, that's annoying. It's just a straight delivery. I think that plays to longevity as well. So yeah, that's my choice. But gosh, some runner-ups would be the Blue Niles, Tinseltown in the Rain. Such a great song, and also over 5 minutes.
Okay.
New Order's Ceremony, which started off as a Joy Division song before they became New Order. I could listen to that over and over and over, and I have. But yeah, ultimately, it's got to be Wild Swans, Sea of Tranquility.
From the album Space Flower.
That's right. Did you have any runners-up?
Not really. I mean, ultimately it came down to kind of classic rock for me. But, I was like, I'm not picking Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that.
Because that's one where I feel like it's a great song. Don't get me
It
wrong.
is a great song.
It's what they do on that is amazing. It's very groundbreaking for its time. But I feel like a lot of that stuff would get annoying if you were hearing it for the
Right.
1,000th time.
Right. I think singing Scaramouche at the top of your
Yes.
lungs would get a little old.
Right.
And so really what's funny is that when this topic came up last time, I instantly went to this song, and then I actually did some thinking and looked through my playlist at songs that I play the most and that kind of thing. And I was like, it's not even on my most played, but I was like, honestly, I just love the fact that it's a story, and that if I'm having to listen to this song, I can think about Brenda and Eddie. I can think about the deep piled carpet and a couple of paintings from Sears that they bought, and it can take me to a time and place. But
So,
then,
yeah, this is where we diverged, because you went with something that you can really engage with, like it's a movie almost, and I went with something that, well, I love it, and you can engage with it, but it's also almost like sonic wallpaper, where it's like this could exist in the background, and not
Right.
Yeah, I'm really afraid of something like things that would annoy me over time.
Right.
Because I know I've had so many songs that I loved, and then surprisingly they became a hit, and then the radio played them over and over and over, and then it's just if I never hear that again, if I never hear Love Shack Baby
right. Well, because it's like an earworm.
again, I am fine with that. Even though I loved it when it first came out, it's okay,
Right.
that's enough now.
All you need to hear is
Yeah.
Ted
Yeah.
Rust. Yeah.
And goodness, when I saw the B-52s, they did a bunch of their early stuff. They did do Love Shack, and it was fun, but that's the last time I need to hear it.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And I did think about Into the Mystic. I really like that song.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Van Morrison.
Yep. But I
Yep.
just, at the end of the day, I decided that I would have to listen to it less in a way,
Right.
because it would just be like, oh, okay, this has got, it's sort of fast. It can be sort of melancholy also, and whatever. So interesting. There is a funny story. I think I've talked about it before. If you want a good bit of humor, there's the John Mulaney bit about the Salt and Pepper Diner, where he talks about playing What's Up Pussycat as a kid on a jukebox and playing it multiple times, and the story of what unfolds that afternoon. It is worth doing a YouTube or Google search and listening to it.
Okay.
It's hysterical, delivered in his usual awesome style. And it's about playing a song on repeat and
Right.
what happens.
Right. And that's a 2-minute song too. So you would really hear it a lot.
You would,
in
well,
a short period of time.
And one of the points that he makes is that it's a song that,
it's 2 minutes,
the
I think.
second time it plays, he makes this point where you're like, wait, is this just a really long song, or is this playing again? And it's and then by the time you get to the third time, it's okay, this is playing again. And it's this whole delivery. And then they punctuate in the middle of all of these replays. He says, my friend John has this amazing idea. And he puts in, it's not unusual, like sort of in the middle. And everyone's like, oh, thank God. But then right after,
What's new, pussycat?
Yep.
Whoa!
and everyone's like, ah! And so he's just hysterical. And I love that bit. So check it out. Okay, well, that was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And while you're talking there, I just spun the wheel.
Oh.
So we could find out what we're going to talk about next week.
And?
Smart or funny?
Oh, okay. Which would you rather be? Which would you rather be with?
Okay, good questions. Good questions.
Uh-huh. All right, so smart versus funny. You know, if you had to pick one. Or also, are they the same? Like, can you be both? Like, I don't know. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, for me, well, gotta save it for next week.
Yeah, save it for next week. All right. In the meantime, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
And as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts on each topic each week. So please shoot us an email asking at Don't Ask Me to Talk. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. And if you know any Black Friday specials or Small Business Saturday, also let us know. We'd love to hear what you're buying this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful week. We love you.